Hello everyone, this is Megha here. How are you all doing today? I'm doing great. Some of you may be looking for a job and might have had a tough time in finding a job, right? Yes, of course. Most of us would have experienced that. After graduation, some of us will be confused about what to do, where to go, and what to do next. Yes, that's a common thing in today's trend, and you don't need to worry about it. So today, I'm going to tell you about the different types of job opportunities and how to find a job of your own interest. Okay, let's discuss more about it. Nowadays, there are so many different types of operating systems, applications, softwares, IT companies, and different things to think of, including the different technologies. Okay, now let's see some of the different types of softwares. Java, C, C++, C#, Oracle, SAP, SQL, which is structured query language, Big Data, Hadoop, Spark, Cloud Computing, ERP, which is Enterprise Resource Planning, Fusion, WordPress, Hyperion, and Sitcom. Okay, we've heard about the different types of softwares. Now, let's see the different types of operating systems. Windows, Unix, Ubuntu, Chrome OS, Android, iOS, Apple's Mac OS, and DOS, which is disk operating system. Now, let's see some of the different types of computer applications. Mobile application, content management, shopping cart applications, and e-commerce applications. Now, here are the different IT companies which I've heard of. Bell, Oracle, Infineria Private Limited, Lam Research, Amazon, Samsung, Brigade Solutions, Emphasis, Manhattan, and EDS Technologies. Oh my gosh, where do I start? How do I start? And how do I choose which technology is the best for me? These are the common questions asked by the job seekers today, and I know it's quite hard to answer them in one go. Before we find answers to these questions, we need to answer some common questions asked by the job seekers. In the past few years, some technologies may have not continuously maintained higher demand, whereas some technologies may have. Unfortunately, job seekers do not have much control over it. But what one can do is to continuously monitor the job market and see what job matches your best choice. When we're planning to find a job, many questions arise to our mind. Like, the first and foremost thing that we have to do is find answers to some common questions. Number one, what is our main objective? What are we really trying to get from a job? Is it building our own identity? Being busy in life? Making money? settling in life? Or is it just to, travel to different places? Each person has a different objective of doing a job, and you should find it out for yourself. Number 2, when should we start knowing about job opportunities? Is it when we start going to college? After graduation? After we completed a job-oriented course after graduation? Or after a friend finds a job? The answer to that question is definitely not when we desperately need a job. We should be planned and start preparing much before we need a job desperately. Oh yeah, I remember a common saying, dig your well before you're thirsty. What does this mean? It means that we should be prepared and start planning much before we need a job. We should not dig a well when we're thirsty. We should never search for a job when we desperately need it. We should start from the beginning, take the right steps, and then you can pick a job of your own choice. I remember a common story of the sage and its decimals. Once upon a time, there was a sage who was a teacher. He had many students, and on one fine day, he calls 2 of his students and decides to test their skills. He asks each student to do what he says. He gives each student a pair of axes, and he tells each person to cut 2 trees. However, remember that both of the axes were equally blunt. Let's see what happened next. The first disciple started cutting the tree as soon as he got the axe, and the only thing in his mind was to cut the tree and win the competition. But the second disciple started sharpening the axe. He didn't worry about winning, he was planned, he was prepared, and he knew what to do. Can you guess what happened next? 1 hour passed, nothing happened. 2 hours passed, nothing happened. 3 hours passed, and nothing happened. But at the end of the 3rd hour, the first disciple was able to cut only 5% of the tree, while the second disciple hadn't even started cutting down the tree. But the good thing about the second disciple was that he could completely sharpen the axe. Can you guess who would have won? Yes, the second student won the competition. His axe was completely sharpened as he was planned and focused on his goal. He started cutting down a tree, and within a few minutes, he won the competition, and he was declared as the winner. So, the moral of the story is that we should be planned and prepared much before we search a job. Number 3. The number 3 is about job types. What type of a job would you want to go to? Is it technical, functional, administration, customer support, sales, quality assurance, accounting, managerial, or team? Each person would want to go to a different job, and that's not specific. It depends upon your skills, your ability, your soft skills, and the way you can manage things. The next point is number 4, money. Money, money, money. Who wouldn't want money? Everything. Money is something which every person would want. If money is the most important thing behind doing your job, then let's consider these 3 cases. What type of a job would you want? How would you want your increase to be? Let's take 3 scenarios of 3 different jobs. Job 1, Job 2, and Job 3. On the lower end, how about getting your money increased like 10, 20, 30, 35? On the medium end, how about getting an increase like 25, 30, 40, 45? On the higher end, how about getting an increase like 50, 65, 80, 100? Yes, of course, most of you would say the higher end because this is an increase on the higher end, because this would increase in huge amounts. But you should always remember, to get that, you need to start planning much before. You need to be well prepared, and you need to know what to do. It's your decision. Do you want to work hard and earn less, or work less and earn more? Now, number 5. Let's come to traveling. How about visiting a foreign country as a part of your job and getting an overseas experience there? It sounds really thrilling, right? Most of you would have had dreams traveling to other foreign countries like Dubai, Singapore, the United States of America, European countries, other countries across the world. It could be anything, like even India. Well, you may not have the money to pay for the cost, but having a good job will take you there free of cost, and you can enjoy all the extremities of life. It sounds thrilling, right? Wow. But for that, remember, you have to have a good job and you have to know good technology. That would make you travel all across the world. Number 6. Do you want to switch multiple companies where one technology is not related to the other and won't increase your market value? No, that's not a good idea. Because when you switch from one company to another, which has no relation and different technologies, you will need more time to learn the different technology, and that would just be a waste of your time. How does this sound? Staying in one platform, learning one technology, become an expert in that, and then you can succeed in that. This would make you more marketable and increase your market value. So, it's your choice. What can you do? I remember a common saying, a rolling stone gathers no moss. What does this mean? It means that someone who doesn't settle in life rarely prospers. It means that it's always better to stay in one platform, add more experience to that, which brings you in more money, which makes you more marketable and makes you a good job worker. It's like a win-win situation. Here, let's discuss the expectations of an employee and an employer. An employee would want a highly paid, secure job where there's a scope for learning and growth. He would want to learn new things and he wants money too. Whereas the employer would want a confident, knowledgeable, hardworking, productive individual who can meet the company's requirements. Well, if both the parts are met, then boom, both the parties are benefited. Now, I always suggest you to put a few hours in your week or a few hours of your week or in a month to learn something new, to develop new skills, learn new technologies. Because remember, learning something in 3 years is always easier as compared to learning something in 3 months when you desperately need a job. It's your choice. Do you want to suffer now and enjoy later? Or do you want to work hard now and enjoy later? If not many placements are happening in your college through the campus selection, then you have to find other ways of getting a good job. Go through the internet, or go on searching for job searching sites like Monster, Naukri, Dice, etc. This would make you more marketable and you would get to know more knowledge. The next point is, you need to know, how does your resume look like? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, or many more pages? Is it copied from someone else? Or did you do it on your own? Is it genuine and unique? Have you done it independently? Is it a copied one? Does it attract the employer's eye? How is it? You need to keep an eye on that to make it more attractive. Next, I would like to conclude by saying that time is limited and so are opportunities. Utilize your time wisely and don't waste your precious time. Time is a limited resource, and don't have the habit of saying maybe next time, maybe later. You still have time because there's always a concept of saying it's too late. And when the employer says it's too late, you can go back and fix your mistakes. So I always wish you a good luck, and I would always advise you to go ahead, go on, grab the opportunities in front of you, and do your best. Thank you.